Well, hello there, Sagittarius. It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you are here. So today we are doing your Saturn transit Pisces reading. So Saturn actually moved into Pisces on March 7th, and it will stay there until February of 2026. So it's a 3-year transit. And in the last 3 years, Saturn was in your third house of day-to-day life. So you may have noticed some roadblocks to schedules or daily life. That was Saturn helping you to learn lessons about how to bring structure and accountability to your day-to-day life. And now Saturn is moved into your fourth house of home and family life. So over the next 3 years, Saturn will be helping you to put more structure into your home and family life. So that means, organizing it, putting strategies into place, and also being accountable for your home and family life. So karma does come into play with this. So in this reading, what we're going to do is take a look at the overall energies for the next 3 years. And then we'll take a quick look at the lesson that Spirit would like for you to keep in mind as you move out of that third house energy, and how you can bring more structure, organization to your life over these next 3 years so that you can move through this energy most efficiently and also get the wisdom that you are wanting out of this situation. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take a look at your overall energy first. Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. One of my favorite cards because I feel like you are learning a new perspective, and this is about your fourth house, right? A new perspective of what is true, okay, for you in your home and family life. And it could be that what the perception that you have, what it is that you think is true for you now, is going to change over the next 3 years. But to recognize that both what you believe now and what you believe in the future are both true. It's just true for different circumstances in your life. And then overcoming obstacles. Yeah, this is beautiful because I feel like whatever obstacles you have faced in your home and family life, that is going to change completely. In other words, in 3 years, you are truly going to have a completely different perception, reality in your home and family life. And it could be that over the last 3 years, okay, while Saturn was in your third house, you could have had a lot of difficulty finding in your day-to-day life, okay, roadblocks that were hindering actually your home and family life. It was already coming into play, but it is really going to come to the forefront as you move forward in this next venture. Yeah. And look at this. In 3 years, I'm kind of jumping ahead a little bit. You have the angel of love. So whatever you are experiencing in your home and family life right now, it is going into a more loving energy. And so even if it's loving now, it's going to have a deeper sense of love. And I also feel, once again, that there's kind of like this evolution within you, a true growth, a true soul evolution, that you recognize that what you feel is good for you now in your home and family life, that perception is going to change over the next 3 years. Really beautiful energy. Okay, so like I said, we're going to first take a look at the lesson to learn over the last 3 years. Then we're going to take a look at what Spirit is kind of suggesting, advising how you can bring more structure and organization to your home and family life so that you can benefit the most from this transit. And then we'll take a look at where karma is going to come into play, okay? If you're watching this channel, I'm pretty sure you have good karma, but karma is all about being accountable, holding ourselves accountable, okay, for our own actions in any situation, right? And then finally, we'll take a look at the outcome, where you can expect to be in the next 3 years. Okay, underneath, we have a look at this. We have the angel of balance and family life, right? Just this energy of, this is your fourth house, right? Of bringing more balance into your home and family sector. So wherever you are at this time, just understanding there's going to be a sense of more love, of more passion. The King of Wands is definitely somebody that is passionate about life, passionate about the love in your relationships, and also knowing, I feel like for some of you, you really have also a new romantic partner coming in. The home and family life doesn't necessarily dwell on the romantic partner's situation, but there is this energy that is going to change over the next 3 years, that there's somebody destined on your path, somebody that's more in alignment with who you are or who you are wanting to become in the next 3 years. So let's first take a look at the last 3 years. Okay, so you've gone through some big change, okay? The World card is understanding something had to come to an end so that something new could begin. This could have just happened recently, or it could have happened at the beginning of the last 3-year transit, Saturn's last 3-year transit. So this could have happened around 2019, where something ended, a relationship, or, especially in your home and family life, something may have ended or started to end, to help open up this journey into something brand new. But if nothing else, I feel like a part of your life, whether that was in your career sector, because it was in your day-to-day life, right? So it could have been in your day-to-day job, your day-to-day activities, where you lived day to day, things changed. Something had to come to an end so that you could be put onto a new path. You could start something new. But during that time, you may have gone through a little bit of a dark period, trying to understand. You could have even felt like you were floundering, like you didn't have a lot of structure or organization in your day-to-day life. That would have been very much been that Saturn energy coming in and asking you, where can you put more structure and organization into your life? Because that helped you. All of that helped you to see the value in yourself, the value in what you do day to day. Okay, so once again, in your career or financial sector, looking at what you are bringing to your relationships, to your situations, to your career, to your friendships, right? On a day-to-day basis. For some of you, it could have even been in your community. Maybe you decided to start volunteering more. It's understanding, what do I have to offer and how can I give that out to the world on a day-to-day basis? So let's go ahead and just clarify that really quickly, because I feel like this big change, you have Page of Pentacles. I feel like Emperor and King of Cups. Kind of stepping into an energy of creating something more from your heart. Okay, putting it out. It could have been that 3 years ago, right? You kind of were a page. You were a novice. You could have started a new business with the Emperor energy here, right? You could have started a new business. You could have started a new career. You could have started even volunteering, something new. There was something that you felt maybe a little bit like a novice, but you grew a lot from the Page of Pentacles into the Emperor. Now, some of you may not have yet realized, this in the 3D world. But I feel like you have set yourself up if you use that transit to the best of your abilities, right? If you held yourself responsible in your day-to-day life, you brought structure and organization, and you also helped to build a good karma by perhaps sharing yourself in a very valuable way with others on a day-to-day basis. You've brought this energy of truly stepping into not just being the Emperor. The Emperor is a beautiful energy, but it's all about, controlling empire, money, very money oriented. But look at this. I feel like at the end of that transit, you also realize, there's something more to just having money. I also want to have a sense of fulfillment. I want to have a sense of giving back to others. There's this lovely, loving energy that has come in. There's also a sense that you may have also learned how to use your emotions, okay, to kind of create what it is that you want. And learning to balance those emotions on a day-to-day basis. Understanding that, yeah, some days I was feeling really good. The next day I may not have been. You could have had times that were really low, other times that were really high. But learning how to control your emotions so that you can build the life that you are wanting to build. Really beautiful energy, because that is helping you to come now into this 4th house transit. So what they are asking you, or the advice here, is how can you concentrate on bringing structure and organization, being responsible in your home and family life. So, we have the victim mentality, a sense of, are you coming into this transit with a sense of positivity, or are you coming into it with a sense of, I've lost so much, or look at what I don't have? The victim mentality is kind of a sense of, not feeling enough, or not having enough to offer, or feeling that what you have could easily go away. So it's almost like you could feel like you're living on quicksand. That's what they're saying, like you're not really sure. There could be a lot of shifts and change in your home and family life. Not really sure where that's going. But here's the thing, that is all part of your temple path, right? It is all part of your spiritual journey, is understanding that what you are doing through these next 3 years is to build something that is not quicksand, to build something that is strong and stable, to take this energy of understanding that, somebody, when we're feeling like we have to be totally in control, right? That we sometimes don't show our emotions. It is in your home and family life. This is about relationships, right? Relationships with the people that you live with or are closest to in your life, your most intimate relationships. And so it is understanding, if I show up as the emperor, I'm not bringing as much to the table as I can in these relationships. What I also need to do is have the emotional capacity, the wherewithal to talk to people in a very loving way. The emperor just barks out orders, right? And I feel like over the last 3 years, you have learned that you can get more out of people. It's, they're saying, you can attract more bees with honey. It's kind of like the nectar. You've understood that having a sweeter disposition, perhaps at times, can bring you more of what it is that you want. So taking that and understanding that if your home and family life is not quite as stable as you would like it, or you're trying to manifest something in your home and family sector, that it is about stepping into your truth in a peaceful way of understanding, okay, I'm trying to bring structure and organization. When I'm bringing structure and organization to my home and family life, am I coming at this as an emperor, right? In control, choosing, making big choices, but also not thinking of others? Or am I coming in this loving way, because I love the energy of angel balance and family, understanding that there has to be some compromise, right? You could be dealing with people that are very much like this, that want to control your home and family life. It's also understanding, okay, when somebody is a little bit in this energy, there is also a little plays out as far as there are insecurities, right? Because if somebody's trying to control everything, then it's because when we're trying to control, we also are trying to control because we have some fears, and understanding that the fears either that you have or somebody else have could be playing into this. It's about, okay, let's have conversations. Let's have deep conversations about what's going on here, what it is that we are wanting to create, and then making a plan. Having the structure. But I feel like you can't build the structure for what it is that you want in your home and family life until you take this moment to understand, to tap into your feelings about what it is that you're trying to create. Really lovely energy there. So where can you take accountability? How is karma coming into play here? Yes, so you have storm warning. Understanding that, some of the situations that you have had in the past you may be bringing some of that energy into this transit. So that could definitely be from, your childhood or what you think society wants. There's a sense of what is it that you want in your home and family life. Because remember, this and that are true. So perhaps what your parents want for you is true for them, but it doesn't mean that it's true for you. And it also means that you don't have to have confrontations about this. You can understand that maybe their thinking is different than yours, and you can also understand that they're doing it out of a loving way. They want the best for you, okay? But you also want the best for yourself. So it's choosing what is right for you, but also understanding, okay, it's not that they are wrong, okay, whoever this family situation is. It's not that they're necessarily wrong, because the way you see the world and the way they see the world is both true. And that is something that, when we have done our true soul evolution, we understand everybody has a different perspective. That's what makes this world so great. And it's not about debating whose is right and whose is wrong, because both of them are true. All of the perceptions are true. And you're trying to, bring in, manifest what it is that you truly want. Queen of Pentacles is a lovely energy. Spouse energy, gender doesn't matter here. Good spouse, not nurturing, home and hearth, very grounded, takes good care of herself, takes good care of her family. It's kind of like understanding that, is this what you want, or is there something else that you want? Perhaps you're asking yourself, okay, is this really what, this is kind of the traditional version of a spouse, right? Is that what you want, or is that what somebody wants for you? And once again, understanding that you could be changing your mind over these next 3 years about what it is that you want. You could be starting out wanting something that's a little bit traditional and then changing towards something else. Or you could be having a more kind of like modern or new version of what it is that you want in your home and family life. But over the next 3 years, you go back to something that's a little bit more traditional. Understanding that both of those are true, right? That this and that are true. That there is no one size fits all. That everybody has the opportunity to choose what is right for them. I really love that energy. And, this is in your karma. This is understanding that, taking accountability for if in the past you have had some disagreements, okay, perhaps even heated disagreements with this Emperor and the King of Cups energy about what is the right home and family life for either you or for other people. Understanding that perhaps this is a good time to open up that conversation again and say, perhaps we're both right. It is about understanding that you don't have to prove yourself to anybody else. It really is about living your life. And I feel like for some of you, this is something that's really destined on your path to understand. You could be even becoming a wise leader in this, that they're saying, like a wise leader, helping other people to understand that there's a lot of different ways that people find happiness, true happiness, in their home and family life, and that there isn't a one size fits all or a right or a wrong way, right? That all of them are correct, as long as it's in alignment with the truth of who you are and what it is that you are putting out into the world. Really beautiful energy. So for some of you, I feel like this even may become part of, your career. You know, I mean, it could be even like you become a realtor, truly helping people to find a home that suits them and the way that they want to build their home and family life. Or perhaps it is, you know, a decorator that helps to create that environment. I feel like for some of you, this is actually kind of becoming, because you're more open-minded. Interesting. I mean, I think, you know, in the past, you know, when I've worked with realtors or a decorator or something like that, a lot of times they come into it with a very fixed mentality of what they think is right for you, right? But if you went into some type of a career where you were trying to help people in their home and family environment, even counseling or a therapist or something like that, feng shui, right? That if you had an open mind, you were listening to your clients, listening to what it is that they want. My goodness, I think you would be extremely prosperous, right? You would understand what people really want, the nurturing environment, and then be able to help them create that. All right, so let's see where you will be in 3 years. Yes, you're no longer stuck, okay? There's this energy of no longer being stuck, of really understanding, okay, I had to go through some of these obstacles in order to figure out what it is that I wanted. For some of you, you could have been single for a long time, but there's this energy with the being single. You're also becoming more independent. You're not just wanting a relationship because, well, that's kind of expected for me, you know, whether it's because of your family or your upbringing, society, whatever. It's kind of like understanding, no, I am creating the home and family life that is best for me, whether that means I'm single or that I am in a committed relationship. It doesn't matter. My version is unique for me. And I feel like, you know, you have the angel love and yang taking action on creating this environment that is best for you, that is loving. For some of you, yeah, we have justice on the bottom. I think for some of you, you could be getting out of a relationship at this time or have come to the end of a relationship, right? And I think by the end in 3 years, you are finding yourself perhaps in a completely new relationship that is totally different than what you have now or what you thought you might want. Okay, really interesting energy, because I think this is a huge transit for you. Yes, you're going in a completely new direction. You're truly going after what your heart desires instead of, you know, you've been blocking, kind of going after something, but maybe with this Knight of Swords energy, kind of like a little bit determined, you know, whether you were trying to rebel and run away from a certain type of situation, okay, that may have been through your conditioning you thought that you wanted, or kind of a sense of, well, I'm going after what I think I want. And once again, in 3 years, I think you have something that is totally new. You're going in a new direction. And, you know, with the Page of Cups, I love this energy because I feel like it's almost like you're going in such a new direction that you feel like a child in it. It's almost like this sense of feeling like a novice in this new type of home and family environment. And then you have the Strength card, you know, understanding that this is bringing you true strength. You know, the Emperor is a sense of power. I'm not going to say that there's not any power with the Emperor, but it is almost kind of like from a very demanding type of energy. Look at this, and very divine masculine energy. The Strength card is a very divine feminine energy because it's kind of like you understand the strength that you have, but look at the lion is quite tame, you know, being able to be petted, not having to roar, okay? Whereas in the past, you may have felt like, you know, you had to control or you had to fight for what you want. Now you're understanding, no, I have the power within me to create what it is that I want. And it's a sense of not having to, it's really actually a sense of not feeling like you have to fight for what you want or defend what you want. It just comes to you so naturally. And I think that you're also understanding that if there are people that have been arguing with you about home and family life or whatever, or you're just struggling within in the situation, that to allow yourself that a bit of forgiveness, perhaps, right? That how you have felt in the past and how you will feel in the future are both true. There's nothing wrong here, okay? There is nothing wrong. All right, so let's pull a soul truth card for you. What risk can I take today? Be not mistaken. You will have to take bigger risks than you ever thought possible on this path towards your dreams. You will have to take the big scary leap, but do not fret because your soul has wings. And you know, I feel like this is you taking that big scary leap towards what it is that you truly want in your home and family environment. You know, understanding, okay, this is my opportunity. Saturn is going to help you. Saturn is not an easy energy, but Saturn is going to show you when these obstacles come in. Saturn is going to ask you to take a look at where are you showing up? How are you being responsible and accountable for your own actions, for your own truth? How are you showing up on, you know, in your daily life, speaking your truth about what it is that you want in your home and family environment? All right, well, I'm going to leave it there, Sag. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. And I really do appreciate all of your support through commenting, liking, and subscribing. You really are so helpful to me, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all of your support. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Much love and light to you. Bye for now.